Hi everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel. We are going to have some fun. I just checked my mail and I got something that I ordered. This is not sponsored. I actually bought this with my own money, but I'm really excited to try it with you. So let's have some fun and start playing with this stuff. Okay, so I ordered this from the Laura Geller website. I saw this being shown a lot on Instagram with various, influencers. And I thought it looked really pretty. I thought the color palette, the color story just was really gorgeous. Now, I have tried Laura Geller baked foundation a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it made my skin look. So I am excited to try it again. This has been years and years ago, so the formula may have changed, or maybe maybe this isn't even the one that I used. So I'm excited to try it again. And the palette itself, look, I haven't even taken these out of their package. I really just grabbed them, brought them in here, and then, just kind of turned everything on. So let's take a look at these. I'm hoping that I have a really good experience with this because I love the color story in this whole thing. I'm going to take off the shiny bit, so hopefully you'll get a better look. First of all, this is like cardboard, but it's quite pretty. It's a good size, so it's something you can toss in if you're traveling. Even would fit into, kind of larger purses, if you will. Well, larger than what I'm currently using right now, but it's not super big. So this is the best of the best. So what this is all about is she has chosen the most popular colors and then put them in this palette. So we have these eyeshadows, which are absolutely gorgeous. I have been wanting to do a video on neutrals again because they're my favorite, and that's what this is. So this is perfect. But we've got 3 of her most popular eyeshadows. We have a bronzer, we have a blush, and it looks like a highlighter. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. It's not satiny. It's not dark enough to be a contour. Not sure. So anyway, I just love this. And I do love baked blushes and baked eyeshadows. Okay, so we have that. Now, you do have a choice. This is their baked foundation, and you do have a choice on the color spectrum of what you want to order. So I ordered Fair. This is the Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation. I'm all about that. Yes, it is Fair. So that's the one I chose there. So these 3 items here came together. It was a set. You didn't have to purchase separately. So this is their retractable kabuki brush. This came with it. So this is a kabuki brush. You can use any of your favorite, foundation brushes for this, I'm sure, as well. But this came with it, and still sneezing. This came with it. I do feel like it is a nice travel thing. So really, all 3 of these could easily go in a regular size purse. Definitely suitcase, carry-on kind of thing. Wonderful, and you have a full face. The only thing I see that we don't have is something for our lips, but those are small. So, ooh, we have a little divot, it looks like. So here's what the foundation package looks like. Let's take a look at what Fair looks like. Oh yeah, there is a divot in mine. So this is Fair. I'm just going to kind of get this on my finger. Let's see here. It's warm. A bit of, there's some orange in there. We'll see how this goes. I would rather have a little color though than look like a ghost when I was done. And I'm gonna go in. Just so curious about this. I'm not real fond of the kabuki brush. I'm just gonna say that right away. I like something a little more firm. This was kind of, you know, so you know what? This is 105 BK Beauty, and it's so soft. This one, not so much. That's unfortunately not a win for me. But I am gonna go in with this. Much better experience just because it feels lovely on the skin, but the ground that I'm able to cover with this is really nice. It's very soft and easy to buff into the skin. So this is more my, and I want to give this a really nice chance for me to like it, you know. I'm gonna call this sheer to light. Look, I have all of my freckling and my sun damage. I don't ever want the gold to cover everything up like a mask. Nope, but it gives me a good indication, you know, when I'm looking, is this sheer, is this light coverage, medium, full, heavy? When I kind of, you know, look at all of my sort of sun damage when I'm communicating with you guys. The other kind of thing that I gauge is I have broken capillaries down here, I have broken capillaries in here, and even some up in there. So I have the sort of redness that goes along with that. That is also an indicator. Is this going to neutralize that? Do I not have to worry about kind of going in with something else if that is something I want to cover up? And I have to say, it's not doing the greatest job of covering up the redness that I have through here. But I am liking the finish. It is very pretty. It's not so over the top. The first time I tried this years ago, it wasn't this particular formula. It was totally different, I'm sure. It was quite heavy. I felt it on my skin. It gave my skin this really unnatural, too glowy almost. But this is pretty. This is a really pretty finish, very skin-like. But because I thought it looked good the first time, and then I went outside and it was like, oh my gosh, you know, so, but I can already tell I got a little something going on there. This is definitely just a whole different experience, I would say. Yeah, this I would say would be light coverage. I'm just gonna see if I can build it. I think it's about as good as I'm gonna get. All right. I don't feel comfortable putting this underneath my eyes. I just think it wouldn't be a good idea. I just don't do the powder thing under the eye in any way. So I'm gonna use a concealer under there. Go in with my Lancome Tint Idol. And I'm gonna put here, maybe a little here. Before we do, you know, kind of the face products, let's go ahead and do our eyes with these three gorgeous colors. Absolutely gorgeous. This is actually an old It Cosmetics brush. I'm not sure they still make it. I'll try to find it. If I do, I will put it down in the description area below the video. So that's this one here. And I'm going to use this to go into this right here. If I don't get good payoff with it doing this, I'll use my finger. A lot of times that definitely helps. So this is going to be my brightener for right in here. Oh, it's very pretty. So yes, it is a sparkly one. It's not super sparkly. I would call this maybe a shimmer, kind of more of a wet look kind of thing. It's very pretty. I want to say I had this color in one of my palettes. Actually, I think I'm going to take this kind of to the center of my mobile lid as well. So I'm going to do that. You know, I think we're going to do this whole look with just this brush today. I think. Okay, now I'm going to go into the center, which is more of a very light, sort of peachy color. It's not, I don't know if that's a good description. And I'm going to go up here with it. Loading it again. And again, I'm going to take it kind of up in here. Loading it back up. Take it a little higher. Man, I really better not be getting sick again. My body, I think, is having a hard time with its immune system and building that back up after I got COVID. I think that might have been the first time I've ever had COVID. It's unclear. Okay. Very light, very, very soft, light color. Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off, and now I'm gonna go into that dark brown, which is the last one here. This one here. And I am gonna load this up. This isn't a completely matte color. Looks like more of a satin. I'm gonna knock it off. And I am going to press this in because I'm not sure what the fallout situation may be. And I'm going to bring it. So this is going to give you these colors here a really pretty soft look. They're all very soft. I feel like you can use these in different ways and just get a really soft, pretty, foolproof kind of situation here. It is very soft. I am going to have to actually go in. Excuse my dogs if you can hear them barking out there. I do need one more brush though, because that's too big for me to go under my eye. I'm going to grab my favorite smudger. This is the BK Beauty 204. This is a must-have for me. I love this. Makes it so easy to get under there and even kind of line on top with shadow, which is how I do it these days. So I'm going to go into that pretty brown that we just used. I'm going to knock it off here on my desk. And I am going to open my eye real wide and just start tapping. Gosh, I've looked so tired, and I have been staying up late, but I've also been kind of sleeping in late too, so I just have been looking so tired. I haven't been eating that great, and that catches up with you in many ways. And I'm gonna get the other eye going here. Gonna really soften that out. Gonna bring it down a little lower. I'm going to take this brush here and I'm going to dip it into that dark brown, and I'm going to see if I can build it a little bit right here. It's having a hard time. Dang, I should have used some primer. I may try getting this brush wet. We might have even some luck doing that. Where's my... I do have like some spray stuff, but I have no idea where that is. I haven't used that in so long. Probably shouldn't use it. Yet this is very pretty. I have no gripes, really, other than I would like to see this a little deeper. I think it's getting there now. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna okay, so we have a highlighter here. I'm gonna just kind of do a swatch on this. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna place this. I'm gonna stretch my tissue and I'm gonna put this kind of more right here in the corner. Oh yeah, that's way more intense. If you're doing your own makeup, you can blow on your finger or whatnot. It's if you do someone else's makeup, you don't want to do that. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to curl the lashes. I'm going to put on my mascara. And I don't like how, wait, this is, I put that highlighter right here and it is jumping out at me. So I gotta do something about this. I don't like that. I feel like it makes me look kind of puffy. So I'm going to go in with that really pretty middle color that's like a kind of more of a peachy sorbet-ish color. I'm going to go hopefully over that a little just to mute that out because it's just so in my face. Okay, and then I'm going to go into that brown, the deepest color. I'm going to see if I can kind of rebuild that right there. All right, so yes, I'm going to decide, let me curl my lashes here. I'm going to decide if I want to waterline or tightline. If I do, I'm not going to use black. I'm going to use like a copper or a dark brown. This is a beautiful color story if you have blue eyes or even green eyes, but man, if you have blue eyes, I think this is a beautiful color palette. Something about, I don't know. Yeah, they're very pretty. I don't want to scare you off with color payoff. It is buildable. I'm kind of happy with where it is now. All right. So I do think, am I going to want to do that? Yeah, I think I will tight line up above. I'm going to keep it soft down below. So let me find that sort of deep brown that I like. Okay, so I bought this. This is pretty dang new. I bought a black one and a brown one, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible eye pencil. Very creamy, at least the black one was. And I am going to anchor a clean finger. Make sure this is clean. And I usually anchor it about right here, and I'm just gonna scrub it there under the lashes. This is a deep brown. I feel like I need to kind of do that. I don't take it all the way to the upper corner, you know, all the way down. It'll probably travel there by itself, but you know, everything kind of goops up there in the corner of the eye if you're not careful. So, oh yeah, I like that. It also kind of makes it look like you have a little more lash line in general. Now it's mascara and brows. I will do that off camera since that's not really what this here is about, and I'll get back with you. Now, before I even get my helper hair on, I want to try out this bronzer. So it is a baked bronzer. I'm gonna see what this looks like here. So let me get some on. I'm gonna swatch it, and that's because I just kind of want to see what we got going on there. Okay, so that's a lot. Obviously, I wouldn't put this much on, but this is definitely, for my fair skin, it is definitely, I think, a bit orange. It's, again, really hard for me, because I have fair skin, to get a nice bronzer or like a nice contour color that works for me. So I'm going to take this one. And this is the BK Beauty. It is 102. It's a nice, fluffy, soft, sort of domey, powdery brush. So let's go ahead and load this up. Now, by what I had happen on my hand, I know there's going to be a lot on here. So I am going to knock that off. I'm also going to touch it, I think, a couple times there on my towel down there. And I'm just going to warm up the outskirts of my face with this. I'm going to do kind of that. I'm going to load it up again, tap it. Kind of that three things. So I'm going to bring it here, and then I'm going to bring it here. And I am going to just bronze up, bronze up everything so I don't have those lines of demarcation. And I'm going to kind of go back in here. And I'm going to take it over the Sigma Small Duo Fiber, and it's the F55. Oh, you know what? There are explanations on this box. Let me put these are both highlighters. Here. I think this one's just very intense. This one's probably a little bit more conservative. But I'm going to go into this gorgeous blush. Wow, it's very pigmented. So I'm going to tap that both here and there. But luckily these little, that's the dual fiber here. These are very floofy. So I can have a light touch and plus, be really careful with it. I love baked blushes. I think they give dimension, and I like them better than just kind of more of a flat blush. And I'm going to put that also here, across my nose, down in here. I'm going to take my highlighter brush, and I just sort of designated this one as that. And it is the Morphe M510, and this is my designated highlighter. So I am going to go in just with this one right now. This one here. It's a really pretty buttery champagne, which are my favorite. And I'm going to take that right here. I'm not going to put it up super high, but I am going to take it right along the top of my cheekbone. And yeah, gosh, I think that one's going to be more than enough. I'm going to wipe off my buffer because, we had a bunch of foundation on it. And I'm going to wipe it off real good because really I just kind of want, it's not too much on there. I just kind of want to go over everything with this. And that's what I use this for. It just buffs things out, blends things out, and that's my goal right now, is to do that. So let's do that. First though, I'm gonna go ahead and get on my helper hair, and we are gonna figure out what we're gonna do with the lips. I'm gonna go nude on the lips. And so let me do that now first, and then when I grab my phone and all of that, I'll have whatever hair I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude, which at one time I did sharpen. I didn't think it was that one. Look at it. I need to get a new one. It's my absolute favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and just really lightly line with this. I am not quite sure what I'm going to put on my lips yet. But the Iconic Nude color here It goes with all the nudes. It does. The pinks, the pink nudes, the peach nudes, the nude nudes, you know, like the Kim K. It just goes with all of them. I grabbed an Anastasia lipstick. Let me see if I can read it even with my glasses. It's so small. You know, it says Batman, but I know it doesn't say Batman, but that's what I'm seeing. So I will try my hardest to figure out what color this actually is, because I'm sure it's not Batman. And then I'm going to go over the top with an Anastasia gloss, and I'm pretty sure I can read this one. Sunrise. Whew. This is Sunrise by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I need a little bit more. Oh, that's pretty. I think that's pretty with this look. Okay, now I'm going to get my helper hair on, and I will meet you outside. All right, it's raining a little bit, so I'm standing under the eave at the moment, but at least we're outside. It's very gray, very, very gray. I think I put too much blush on. I can say that right now. I feel, I'm looking, I'm sorry. Let me kind of take a look. Well, I think it's very pretty, but I think because every single product, including the foundation, has that sort of glow satiny, shimmery thing to it. So every single product that I used, including the eyeshadows, including, yeah, the bronzer, everything, that I think is just a little much. I think it would be super pretty for the nighttime, going out, you know, at night, and I think I could totally pull it off, but I feel a little bit, it's a little bit, even for me, a little bit much for just daytime errands. Maybe I would feel a little different if it were summer, to go out with, you know, sort of this bronzy glow thing going on. Hold on. I mean, I did put a lot of the foundation on, I must say, because I was trying to get some coverage. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I have too much blush on because I don't like a lot of blush, but I was really just trying to see what color it was giving me. But yeah, I think just everything is just a little over the top. As for the eyes, I actually really like them. It ended up, you know, I could build them, but yeah, I'm really liking the eye look a lot. Those three colors are beautiful and they're wonderful. You just really can't mess up with them. Even if you decided to do a smoky eye with them and put the darker brown, you know, kind of more on your eyelid and build it up. And then I think there's a lot of different ways you can use those three. And using three colors in general is a nice number. You know, you can do some contouring with that. You can, you know, have fun with three colors. So, and they're lovely. I think having this much blush on is throwing me because, as you know, I really go light with my blush, and I haven't used kind of a powder blush in a while. Let me see. Maybe it's just dripping, and maybe it's not fully. Oh, okay, it's a little brighter over here. Here we go. Got a tiny little bit more brightness over here. I know the blush. The blush is a lot. I can hear you guys out there. But what do you think of the overall kind of finish? It's a little glowy, isn't it? It's a little, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this with glasses on and see what I think of it. I know I will still think there's too much blush on, but I just want to kind of look at everything else. because I can't really see a darn thing right now, to be honest. So for me to get kind of a feel, I'm gonna have to take a look at this. And then I'm gonna sort of touch bases with you back in the recording room to let you know kind of what my thoughts are once I take a look at this. And I'll get back to you, so we'll be right back. So this is inside natural light, looking out a window.
Is that true?
I'm gonna get a little closer. Still not the best. Maybe I went a little crazy on my nose. I feel like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I might have gone a little overboard there. I'll wipe some of that off. Thank goodness I don't really plan on going anywhere today at all. I'm just gonna, you know, do some more editing. Okay, I'll see you in the recording room.
I'm here. You must be Mr. McAllister.
Okay, we are back in the recording room. Just gonna, there we go. Back in the recording room. I haven't looked at this footage yet, so let me take a peek. Oh, it looks pretty in the house. It looks pretty. I think I did go a little bit much on the nose, and it is, you know, more blush than I'm used to, but gosh, you know, I'm not sure. Let me go back to see what it looked like outside. Yeah, I went a lot on the nose between the bronzer and everything. Let me see what it looks like when I walked out into the sun. I do like the eyes. Very pretty. And those are my favorite colors. I love the brownie taupes, you know, and so those colors are just really my favorite, I think, just in general. I mean, if you don't know what you're wearing, those are perfect because they'll go with anything. You know, I might like the baked foundation. I'm gonna have to see what that looks like without adding bronzer, because there's some layers on here for me to. Okay, let me see what it looks like out in the sun, because sometimes that's, oh, it's actually very pretty. This would be probably a good look for the summer, for the summertime. It's a little brighter, things are a little muted when it gets brighter. I might like this foundation. I might like it. I just think, again, using everything just was a little much, but I think going, you know, doing contouring and not so much bronzing over that. But you know what? It's kind of pretty. Otherwise, you know, with all of that said, it actually is kind of pretty. It ended up being a really pretty kind of neutral, bright, cheery, kind of sunny look. All right. Not as bad as I thought. I think what I will do right now is I'm gonna just kind of take this and knock off some of this stuff on my nose. Now my nose is gonna look red because that's what happens when I do anything to my skin. And you know, I might just kind of take down the blush a little bit. And I will be using it. I mean, my goodness, I really love this palette in general. And I will play more with using the other pieces, you know, because I do think this is pretty. I think they're all pretty. I just don't think I'll use all of them together with everything, you know, when it comes to the face products. Very soft, very easy to blend. The colors themselves are soft with each other. For sure, love. And I'm going to play a little bit with this as well. Again, I'm going to try this without doing the bronzer and all of that, but I have not written this off yet. I kind of like it better now that I've seen some of this footage, because I haven't seen this footage either until I edit. But so I don't know. I think it's a little promising. What do you guys think? Let me know. So circling back, thank you once again for joining me. This was a lot of fun, and I really do imagine you guys out there with me, kind of support me through all of my videos. So yeah, definitely always say hi. Let me know you're there. It's the only way I know. If nothing else, say hi. I would love that. Okay, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.